Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Lucky Wolf, and today I'm playing some more VGC Regulation I games in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And as you can tell, I am just genuinely so... kinda so hyped to not be playing Reg G anymore, and today I have a really fun core, neither of which I used in Reg G, so I am extra excited, and I think both of these Pokemon will be viable in Regulation I. So without further ado, let's check out the team. This is the team I am going to be rocking with today. Another Mr. Kurt classic, and honestly, I had another team that I was going to use today. I was actually going to use Kyogre and Zacian, one of my old favorites, Swordfish, if you will. But Mr. Kurt posted this team in the Discord, and I was like, nah, Swordfish can wait another day. I have to test this team out. So we do have big Eternatus, we do have big Zacian, and what this means is we can click Specs, Stab, Terra Poison if we choose, Sludge Wave next to the Zacian, not damage the Zacian, but pump out absolutely nutty amounts of damage. Additionally, we do have the Terra Steel on the Tornadus, and we do have the Terra Steel on the Landorus as well. So we do have other options, it's not just that, but we do also have Sludge Bomb, Dynamax Cannon, and Flamethrower as single target moves as well. That way we also don't get insta-stalled by Wide Guard, because as you can see, we do have quite a few wide moves on this team, but every Pokemon that has a wide move does also have a single target move, except for the Tornadus, but Tornadus does have Taunt. Tornadus can click the Tailwind button, can click the Rain Dance button, so there's other things that the Tornadus can do as well. And I just think with this team, we are going to be pumping out absolutely nasty amounts of damage. So I'm really excited to see what this team can do. We also do have the double Genies and the Chi-Yu. We are running Sash Chi-Yu and the Chi-Yu to ensure that our Eternatus, our Tornadus, and our Landorus are all pumping out extra damage with the Beads of Ruin. And then to round it out, we do have the Rillaboom. I really like the Rillaboom here. Rillaboom is just a nice way to be able to switch up terrain, whether my opponent has Psychic terrain that we want to get rid of, whether they have electric terrain that we want to be getting rid of. It's just a good mon to have. AV gives us some nice bulk. Fake Out gives us Fake Out pressure. U-turn gives us a nice pivot as well, as the other Pokemon on this team are not the bulkiest. So I like the Rillaboom here, just a little bit of a bulkier mon to kind of complement the hyper offense, hyper aggression of the rest of this team. And honestly, I think that's really all I wanted to say. So without further ado, let's get into some games. Okay, look what we have here. Okay. Huh. And by look what we have here, I mean, this is not good. Okay. I do think Landorus is going to need to put in a day's work in this game. I actually wonder, do I bring the E-turn? I think I do. I think I bring E-turn. I think I bring E-turn. I think I do bring both my restricteds here. So actually, when I was streaming the other day, I was asking chat, like, how much do you bring both restricteds? And a lot of people answered less than you would think. No. What I'm trying to say is people are bringing only one restricted more than I thought. I feel like I'm like, ooh, big stats, I bring Pokemon, you know? So maybe I need to stop that a little bit. I am just in the beginning of Reg I, though, so... I think maybe it's something like this. Maybe it's something like this. I do think a real case could be made for the Chi-Yu, and arguably I should be bringing the Chi-Yu here. I am super curious if my opponent brings the Giraffe. Like, I don't think Giraffe is particularly good into this team, but I do think threatening me with being able to set Trick Room could be very good for them. Okay, they do Cali Chi-Yu. Okay. Okay. Which one of these is Sash? Which one of these is Sash? I feel like if I see Zama and... If I see Zama Horse, I think I would usually think, at least right now in Reg G, it's either Life Orb or it's Sash. What else would have Sash on this team? Chiempao? Potentially. Fish? Potentially. Do I have to go defensive Terra Water here? I might. Okay. That makes sense. Thinking maybe I would Sacred Sword that spot. Giraffe? Okay. They actually do have the Giraffe, which is bad. But potentially okay. Potentially, if I can pump out the damage I need, it's okay. But we'll have to see. We will certainly have to see. So that I would assume the last is Zamazenta. Is it going to be Trick Room Horse? Are they going to click Trick Room with their horse? Okay. Good to know that doesn't even bring them to Sash. Very good to know. That does not even bring them to Sash. Okay. That does over half. Oh, they're Lorb. Okay. I think I have to believe in Bleak Wind hitting. My only shot is to believe that Bleak Wind is gonna hit right now. That's my only shot. I think they also could protect here. But I don't think I'm afforded to double into the horse. I do like them bringing the giraffe here. Because, like, in Team Preview, it may not look like it does a lot, but it just, like, threatens with being able to swap the speed control, because, like, after I Tailwind, they can Trick Room. So I do like the bring from my opponent. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So we know all the mons. That's very big news. Oh, they Terra. Is this Terra Water? Is this, like, defensive Terra Water? It's gotta be, right? Yeah. Okay, great Terra from my opponent. I could have clicked Play Rough, but then I would risk a miss. Bleak Wind does double connect, okay, I will absolutely take it. Their berry, okay. Yeah, I wonder if Play Rough would have picked up. I think it would have. I do think it would have. I only have 2 more turns of Tailwind. So I think I'm gonna try to stall the Tailwind because I will potentially be slower than, like, their horse and their other mons in Trick Room. So I think there's a chance I can use that to my advantage. A chance. But this is arguably probably one of the scarier matchups. Like Zama Ghost Horse, which is gonna be very popular, I think. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I don't have... If I had Protect, I would click it. I do not. Okay. Now I think I bring in Lando. I'm gonna click Sandseer and Sacred into the Zama. I could Protect. I don't think I need to here, though. I do not think I need to here. Because I've already shown last turn, I'm very willing to protect to stall out turns. So if they think I'm gonna protect with my Landorus, they may not, okay, I was gonna say, they may not double in, but we'll see. No more healing. Okay, they body press. But we live. That was an odd body press, but okay. We double connect the Sandsear. Okay, KO into another KO. Okay. We might actually be good here. I wonder if they're not running the Steel move. Like, I'm very curious if they're not running the Steel move. Because the whole thing is... maybe they are running, like, people are kind of cooking with, Imprison Zama. So if you're running Imprison Zama, right? If you are running Imprison Zama... if you're running Imprison Zama, then you would run Imprison, Protect, Wide Guard, probably, because, like, that's one of the big reasons you would run Zamazenta with the, Caloric Shadow Rider, to protect Caloric Shadow Rider from other Caloric Shadow Rider, and then you'd run, what did I miss? Body Press. So that's very interesting. Let's see, okay, Trick Room is over. Yeah, they're gonna cancel. That makes sense. So to me, that tells me they're, like, probably Scarf Chi-Yu, or a very, very fast variant of Chi-Yu. So it's probably, on this team, it's probably Scarf Chi-Yu and Sash on the Chien-Pao. Okay, that was actually very, very scary. I think my opponent totally had me in that, like, second turn, like, in the mid-game, but them not being able... one, they didn't KO my... Zacian, even though I had just protected, so the Zacian was able to get some really nice damage off. It was able to KO, like, finish off the Giraffe, and then I was just able to click Sandsear, hit both my Sandsears, KO the Zama, get the Giraffe in range, pick up a double KO. Then I actually was going to use their Trick Room against them, because my Tailwind had run out, but I was still going to underspeed them in Trick Room, so it was, like, actually kind of perfect for me, which is why Trick Room, I think, can be awkward on those teams. I totally see the vision of what my opponent was going for, but that's why it can be a little awkward, because I just used it to my advantage. But a really cool game 1, and I will catch you in game 2. I'm about to drop my controller. That's how happy I am. We have Reg-I, baby. Okay. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I've gotten one Reg-I team. And I have been recording for like 25 minutes. I mean, that does include my intro, so I guess it's not that bad, but it's been a minute. Okay, let's go. This is a very cool team, and a core I am super interested in looking into a little bit more. Honestly, well, because I think both Kyogre and Lunala are going to be quite good. I think they are quite good, and they're just like two personal faves. So of course I want to look into it. Okay. They do have their own terrain. They have a Trick Room, they have double Trick Room setter in the Indeedee and the Lunala, and they also have a Tailwinder in the Roaring Moon. It's also double Moon. Love to see it. This one's a little tough. I'll be honest. Like, can I do something like this? I needed to bring Rillaboom here, I think. I timed out. I don't know which restricted I leave on the bench, but I think I leave one of the restricteds on the bench. This one, this game, and I think if I were able to redo it, I would probably bring Rillaboom here. I don't think Rillaboom's, like, amazing, but I do think Rillaboom is nice because it is a Spore immunity. Okay, yeah, Rillaboom would have been great here, but this is actually okay, I think. This is okay, all things considered. I guess this... Okay. It's bad because that Kyogre is faster. Scarf Kyogre. The Kyogre is faster than my Chi-Yu. Yeah, that's not good. I could Snarl and bring in... I think I have to do this, but this is very bad. The Kyogre being faster than my Chi-Yu is pretty rough. Because I do believe we saw the rain activate before my Beads of Ruin, right? Am I going nutty there? They're gonna Terra, okay. I feel like this has to be Terra Water. That's the only thing that makes sense. Oh! Okay. I didn't expect that, but I think that's okay. Maybe it's not, all things considered. Oh, they actually just click Origin. Okay. That's absolutely fine. That did 1 billion to Chi. Sorry, Etern. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, why not? I'm not gonna lie, I practiced with this team, and the first game I practiced with this team, I got double crit, both mattered, Spadef drop, that mattered as well, and I missed my move. Awesome. Feels good. What can come in on this? Not too much. Yeah. Okay. That is okay. What's coming in here? Lunala, okay. I mean, Lunala doesn't... Okay. Alluring Voice, okay. Yep. I do get to click the Sludge Bomb button here, which isn't terrible. Okay. Indeed, he goes down. We get a crit. Ours didn't matter, unfortunately, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I have to bring in Zacian here, I think. They bring in the Amoonguss, okay. This should be an instant L. I think, so the problem that I find here is there is no way to stop the Trick Room. There was nothing I could have clicked that would have been able to stop the Trick Room there. There's nothing I would have been able to click that would stop the Trick Room there. Three more turns is way too many turns. But I'm gonna try to Blade the Lunala. I can Protect, I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, they are gonna Spore there. That's fine, like that's... I could Protect, I just don't think that gets me anywhere. At least now I get to take a turn of sleep on the Expanding Force. But I can't taunt because they have Psychic Terrain, and my only taunt mon is, Tornadus, and I can't taunt in Psychic Terrain because Psychic Terrain does block priority. Plus, if I tried to go for an attack, they would have outsped with their Kyogre anyway. I can try to go for a first turn Wake. I think that is the only possibility I have. But yeah, like, as you can see from the team, Trick Room is going to be very, very hard for us to deal with. Unless we can stop it, which we truly can't because the... Oh, actually Sludge Bomb. Okay, wait a second. They click Expanding. Wait another second. Can we roll a first turn Wake, maybe? Interesting. Okay, things get interesting here. think I should still always lose. If they call... Okay, I have to call this correctly. I didn't protect my Zacian before, so I have to call this correctly here, which I don't think I do. Oh! They actually do that. Okay, hold on. I think I can live with that. Okay, they do click a Moongeist, which is not good. Do we live from this range? We certainly don't. And they were not at +1. Just... Okay. Okay, let me think. No, there's nothing I can do. Nope, there's not one thing I can do here. Not one thing I can do here. Unfortunate. Very cool team from my opponent, though. That's definitely a team that I want to look into more, and I do think that is Scarf Kyogre. So having Scarf Kyogre on a Trick Room team, I think can be a little bit hard to maneuver. I think my opponent did a fantastic job. I do think it can be a little bit hard to maneuver, but I think they did fantastically there. And there's just nothing I could have done, unfortunately. Just nothing I could have done there, I don't think. Because Kyogre outsped everything, threatens KOs, they get the Trick Room up, then they can just swap in and KO me under Trick Room. So, very cool team from my opponent, very, very well played, and hopefully it doesn't take us another 15 minutes to find another Reg I game, but I'll see you then. Okay, y'all! It actually only took me one game. It only took me one game of not Reg I content, so that's not bad! I'll take it! Okay, wait, is this our... We definitely played Indeedee last game. Sorry, I'm getting... Just because I have found so many opponents, and then don't play out the games, I actually forget if we played an Indeedee Game 1. I do forget if we played an Indeedee Game 1, but we definitely played Indeedee Lunala last game, and that was very tough. That was very, very tough for us to handle. However... This game, it's a little bit harder to bring the Rillaboom. I really think I should have brought the Rillaboom last game, but they have 2 fire types and a Koraidon. But being able to shut off their terrain feels nice. I do have Rain Dance, which I don't hate. Like, maybe I can do something like this with a little bit of Zacian, and then also a side of my Landorus. I think I got that in. I really do think a case could be made for Chi-Yu as well. I'm a little bit too scared to bring the Rillaboom here, just because I do think... They just have so much for Rillaboom, right? I think Rillaboom can overthrow, their terrain, but I just don't, essentially besides that, I don't see what it does. Oh! Okay, so they probably have Sunny Day. I would think they have Sunny Day here. Do I just do the damage button? Do I hit do the damage button? It's very tempting. It's very tempting. Okay, and now the question becomes, do I try to Tailwind? Do I try to taunt, or do I try to Rain Dance? Because they can Encore. If they Tailwind, they can Encore me next turn. They could also taunt me. It's just tough to know what set their Whimsicott is running here, right? Like, I don't, at least in Reg G, taunt wasn't super common on the Whimsicott. I do have to be wary of Encore this next turn, though, because the Whimsicott, as long as it's not a slow Whim, should outspeed. Oh, are they Trick Rooming? There's no way, right? Technically, Whimsicott does. Okay. Oh, they're slower. Wild. Absolutely wild stuff. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. We get some pretty nutty damage. Yeah, okay. Not Sash, probably Cloak. They need to stop! They need to stop! Okay. Got it. Heard. Heard! Who's that? Fish! Okay. I'm gonna Rain Dance and Sludge Wave. I think that should be fine. I clicked Rain Dance and not Tailwind, right? Okay, good. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, we are faster, so now that she used on the board, this is absolutely a KO on that Koraidon. Okay, we found the Sash. Found. Okay, that's fine. Heat Wave will not pick up, yeah, I don't think Heat Wave would pick up E-Turn. I'm not sure Heat Wave in the rain picks up my Torn. Yeah, we're good. We're good. If it's Lunala as the... It's Incin. They benched Lunala. Speaking of not bringing both restricteds. Okay. They did bench the Lunala, which is a little wild. I'm gonna do nothing but click this. The good news is... Yeah, no, these two should clean. The good news is... I can quickly do it. Fake out. Yep, that's the best. I can't protect it. I'm not going to swap here. I guess I could have swapped. I just don't think it's worth it. E-Turn's still nice and alive. But I get to bring in Zacian here. I can still Sludge Wave safely next to my Zacian. They can't intimidate me because these are their last two Pokemon. Sludge Wave, Sacred, okay. Let me think, though. Let me think. Let me see. They have not Terra'd. They have not Terra'd. I'm gonna Sludge Wave, and I'm gonna believe in Play Rough into the Incineroar. The Play Rough covers for a Terra Ghost. Okay, it's Terra Water. Okay, okay, so I could have still gone for Sacred, but I was worried a little bit about Terra Ghost, because Ghost, bonk, so much damage. Their helmet. Because Ghost resists poison, right? So that way, they would have resisted my poison type damage and been immune to my fighting type damage. And again, I don't think they have a way back. I don't think they have a way back, but I just wanted to click the buttons that made the absolute most sense there. I'm so happy for this game. Yo, this last game, I feel like it really shows off the team, like just being able to click Tailwind, insane damage. They were Ice Fang, we didn't care. Then we got to set the Rain Dance, then we got to just go Sludge Wave. Like, that last game really showed off the pieces I really wanted to show off. Really, really fun team, and I will catch you in the rental code area for my final thoughts. If you want a team for some really fast-paced games, this may just be the team for you. It's really funny because the 3 games I played were honestly very quick, but I've been recording for like 40 minutes. I've been recording for like 45 minutes. So I as much as I wanted to jump into a last one, it's just not knowing how long it was going to take to get into that and to get into another game, I am going to call it 3 games, but I do try really hard to only play Reg I legal teams on ladder. I did face into a couple single restricted, and I'm working really hard to make sure I bring the best Reg I content that I can bring, so I am only battling Reg I teams. I'm not gonna lie to you though, this one actually took so long. If I matched into a Reg G team, I may have just run with it, because honestly, like we even saw in that last game, sometimes people don't bring both their restricteds, although I do believe it is inherently different to play in team preview and everything like that. But with all that said, shout out to Mr. Kurt for another really fun team, and thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy this content at any time, please feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe. It really does help me out. It really does mean a lot to me, and I would very much appreciate it. Until next time. Bye!